Hi guys, welcome back to our daily market analysis. Let's continue. So today is 27th of Jan. Let's look at what actually happened today and what's going to happen tomorrow. So India signs some sort of trade deal with European Union. That's the big news. India is going to benefit a lot from the trade deal and European Union also. So net we make some sort of trade surplus when we are actually doing trading with the European Union. The tariffs on automobiles has been cut from 110 percentage to 10 percentage. European Union was imposing a lot of tariffs on textile apparels, uh, gems, leather boots, shoes. So they have reduced it to almost zero. There's a good news. The trade is going to go up. Surplus might go up. There's some sort of positive news coming from all the stuff that is happening. So we're talking about this, right? This is going to be the range. 25,500 is acting as a resistance. 24,600 is acting as a some sort of support. Will act as some sort of support, and there's a big gap in both particular in both the scenarios. So the risk to reward is not matching. Even if you look at some sort of support from a daily time frame perspective, uh, 25,146 and 25,111 may act as some sort of support for the downfall. So maybe let's actually, it'll be very interesting to see if that 25,000 becomes a base, because it was earlier a resistance on these levels. Yeah, what happened to Bank Nifty? Bank Nifty moved up by 1.25 percentage, 700 points. If it goes above 59,600, then we can say that maybe there's some sort of positive outlook for Bank Nifty as well. So both charts are forming some sort of some support at current levels. Uh, some support at current levels, in the sense, not both the charts. Nifty actually, Nifty forming early support at 25,000, and for Bank Nifty, just from looking at the chart, what we can say is 59,600 is acting as a resistance. 59,600 acting as a resistance for Bank Nifty. Let's try to look at what is happening into the options inside of it. So today is 3rd of Feb, right? The next expiry. So today's expiry, like there's a lot of OI on 25,200, and that's why the markets were, even if it moved up and down, like it closed like flat 0.5 percentage up barely, right? So if you look at what is happening onto the next expiry, some sort of OI building on 25,000. So put OI building on 25,000, and not it's like there's no major resistance that is forming at higher levels. 25,500 is acting as a resistance. So Nifty forming uh, early some support at 25,000, and early signs of rejection at 25,500. So I look at the PCR. PCR is at 0.8. That's positive 0.8. What is happening onto the options data? We'll just understand this. So today's data is updated 27th of Jan. If you look at FI's data, FI sold 75,000 call options. FI bought put options. So FI is bearish. Pro bought 1.71 lakh call options and sold 1.72 lakh put options. So this is bullish. So buying call options bullish, selling put options bullish, and this is not like normal figure. It's 1.7 lakhs and 1.72 lakhs is like huge number. So pro is turning bullish. Like that's interesting, and we've been watching this from 2 3 5 last 2 3 trading days. That is most of the time pro is getting the market correct. That's something I have to say. Client sold call options, bought put options. So FI and client are bearish, client and FI bearish, pro is bullish. What is happening on the futures data? So this is something that I've been observing, but I think it will be let's say it will be truthful or not. The moment when the futures selling position, if I just increase future selling position, and the moment they start cutting it, the markets rally. So they have decreased their futures position significantly from 2.28 lakh futures contracts to 1.76 lakh futures contracts. So they though on a daily basis on 27th of Jan. So FII call OI put OI buy sell OI. Net they sold 3,000. So this was like they sold 3,000 crores of futures today. I don't know if the data is telling some different story. Futures. Okay, it's a net. Okay, so from 2.28 lakhs, like the data actually got reduced to 1.76 lakhs. So if I bought futures, how many futures contract from 2.28 lakhs to 1.76 lakhs? That's almost 50,000 contracts. 50,000. Let's look at the stock data. So surprisingly, FII sold 3,000 crores of stock today. This is interesting, right? Stock today. Now we'll try to analyze what is happening into other markets. S&P hitting almost all-time high. Gold is at all-time high. Silver is at all-time high. USD INR going down. Nasdaq breaking its resistance. So S&P also S&P is at all-time high. Nasdaq broke its resistance, moving up, crossing the zone. TLT slightly dropping. EDV slightly dropping. US 10-year bond going down, bond yields going up. So when the bond yields go up, that's a pressure on US oil slowly forming some sort of base and actually going up. Even though there's a news that came up that maybe they're not going to strike Iran with any sort of thing. But again, US oil going up, that's not fitting in the story. I don't know. Euro USD going like it actually gave a all-time high. It gave a breakout at all-time high levels. GBP USD going up. So why is the pair with the USD going up? But because a lot of countries are dumping US dollars, selling their bonds, converting US dollars into their currency, and that's why you can see all of this pump. Because there's a heightened amount of uncertainty in the markets, that's why gold and silver is getting pumped a lot. But why USD and why USD INR is at all time high, right? Even if even if you see dollar index, it's crashing, like related to the gold. There's like dollar versus dollar with gold. You see that it's compared to gold, it's going down. That means it is losing its value. Dollar is losing its value, but USD INR it's not losing its value. Why? Because there's a concern regarding this, right? That Trump might not lift up any sort of tariffs from India in the near term. and there's no sort of trade deal that's actually going to happen. That's why the markets are bleeding and a lot of money getting out from India, no sort of buying happening. So it'll be interesting to watch if if Nifty will form early signs of support at 25,000. Looks like it's going to form because Pro is telling us the some sort of same story. Again, positive news for India and other markets are rallying. That can be a very much positive sign for maybe that all markets might take a support at this point. Thank you so much and yeah, good night. Bye.